Most people that come across my videos might have a hard time understanding what I am about, and I might sound quite crazy to some. The problem is that you can't transpose, is that the right word? You can't transpose yourself into my psyche, into my awareness, and you're not privy to all the angles that I'm coming from. And so it can sound quite disjointed and not make sense. But a lot of my journey is all about the recovery of my traumatized self, my traumatized soul. And trauma fragments us into many, many little pieces to the point where we don't know who we are. And a person that has had a lot of trauma and is so fragmented will feel very victimized, helpless, small in this life, and timid and incapable, and is more prone to seeking their support and help from God, from a higher power. But a soul that is in that fragmented state is very much in multiplicity, in a state of separation. You don't know yourself at that state. Who of all the multiple aspects are you, right? And generally we only function from a couple prominent aspects. Like I say, the weakness, the timidity, the humility. The humility is a humility because of inability, because of that helpless state. It's not a... Humility has different qualities. Like, I feel extremely humble in my now awareness, in my now conscious state of wholeness. In my strengths, I feel very humble and meek. Not because I am lesser or less deserving of importance. In fact, I have learned that I am the most important aspect in this life. If I don't give myself the importance, this measure of importance, I can never fully come together within myself, because there is that element of diminishing. Even if it's just in 1 degree, you diminish yourself to a degree in the face of God, what we understand to be God. The psychological act of diminishing and seeing yourself as lesser, even in just a small degree or in a large degree, is damaging to the soul. I wish I could put the feeling that I'm getting right now into words. You should not ever have to diminish yourself. You should not ever see yourself as second class or second grade, where there's always someone that is above you or greater. And that's the problem with the duality of God. When we see God separate from ourselves, we can never rise above that 1 degree of diminishing energy in us. And it acts negatively on us. Most people are not aware of this. They're still not fully awakened to all the parts that they are. And they wouldn't understand where I'm coming from. I have tasted the union of my soul. I have tasted the oneness of my soul and the oneness with consciousness or with God. where I am equal. It's an equality. We're partners, not Lord and servant. We're partners, we're equals. The marriage supper, the wedding to God is supposed to bear this out, right? The symbology of the wedding is supposed to create this equality. So that's where I'm coming from. It's the reclamation of your soul consciousness, soul awareness as one, where you're no longer beholden to someone above you or higher or stronger. To realize yourself to be one with that strength, that you are that. And so yes, that then, this new identity of the whole self becomes the topic of import. And we don't outsource anymore. From where comes our strength and wisdom? We realize we are that, and then we can embody it in the human form, right? So I hope that makes sense.